Okay, so ready? Yep. Hey everyone. Good evening from Tokyo, and to all the friends in the Philippines. Mani Magandang gabi. That was the correct way to say Magandang gabi. I used to live in the Philippines like years ago, but thanks for joining tonight's space where we're spotlighting something that's at the heart of everything I believe in for Web3. The idea that real progress comes when we build not just projects, not just isolated groups, but true community of communities. And this series is my effort to highlight stories and voices from the ground, especially in places like Mindanao, where passionate local leaders are making real things happen. And our goal is to connect and amplify these local movements so that together we build something much bigger, greater than the sum of its parts. And let's be honest, local leaders know what their community really needs, and they know the problems, the opportunities, and the right approach to get things moving. And that's why local voices matter so much in shaping what Web3 actually becomes, not just in theory, but in everyday life. And tonight, I'm excited to have Ruben, here from Mindanao to share his experience. And but remember that Rabs is one example. There are leaders everywhere. Maybe even some of you listening right now. Okay, so you might not call yourself a leader, but if you've ever helped organize an event, welcomed someone new, or just kept a Telegram group positive and engaged, you're already shaping the future. Anyway, I'm really honored to have Rabs, aka Ruben, aka Rabs, here as our special guest. He's been instrumental in organizing Xenea learning session and building community momentum on the ground. So, Rabs, thank you for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, GM, everyone. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, yes, perfectly clear.
Okay, good. Yeah, first of all, it's an honor also. Thank you for inviting me to this great Twitter space with Sir Yuma and, of course, Xenea,
Hmm.
which is very instrumental also. We're able to connect because we just launched an event, an educational session event here, local here in Mindanao. So, by the way, I'm Rubes. I'm a Filipino and
Hmm.
local to Mindanao. Actually, the city we call the city is Davao.
Okay.
Then I'm the founder of Davao DeFi community. So we are basically a nonprofit community that really endeavors education with regards to Web3, blockchain, DeFi on a
Hmm.
local aspect and grassroots approach. And we've been doing this for almost 3+ years already. And
Cool.
it was an amazing journey. It's very hard and amazing journey at the same time,
Hmm.
fulfilling. Of course, 2 points that we're trying to approach. In a
Hmm.
small way, we can help the industry for its goal of mass adoption. We can even
Hmm.
contribute in a small percentage. And the other way, social impact for the Filipino people. I mean, the grassroots people that they be able to learn also the tech and they can catch up in the sense
Hmm.
to the opportunities of the industry being an inclusive technology that we've been bannering off.
Cool, cool. So so you're not just a kind of a educating people about Web3, but at the same time, other technologies like AI and stuff, right?
Yeah, we're more focused on
Hmm.
the emerging tech in the sense, but
Hmm.
we able to cover blockchain, Web3, AI also,
Hmm.
and actually there are some what we call volunteers also who are knowledgeable when it comes to cybersecurity like that.
Hmm.
So we touch base that also that topic.
Cool, cool. But how did you first get involved with Web3, like in the first place?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because
Yeah.
I mean during 2020 I think I've been an IT system administrator as my professional job. I've been working
I see.
as an IT for almost 12 years. So
Mhm.
there is on-site and there are also like remote. So I'm very engaged on support,
Mhm.
addressing some problems with regards to infrastructures, IT, DevOps, like that. Then um, one of my clients talked to me that, uh, yeah, on an ordinary day, he said that, "Hey, Rubes, are you willing
Mhm.
to accept your salary as Bitcoin?" So
Mhm.
it was my first time. It was the first time I heard it. So I got curious. Okay, let's go." So after
Okay.
that, so after that, so I did receive part of my salary in Bitcoin. Then after that, of course, I really love tech also during. That's why I become an IT because I'm very passionate and enthusiastic with
Wow.
it. So I try to research about Bitcoin.
Mhm.
Then of course it I able to dig deep and then further more research and eventually able to land, of course, the first smart contract
Mhm.
blockchain, which is Ethereum, and it was somehow like the onset of the first DeFi summer also during that time when
Mhm.
smart contracts are really being developed to create dApps. One of the pioneers like Aave, MakerDAO, like
Mhm.
that during that time. So I got really fascinated and I was amazed also with regards to how the structure of the industry are
Mhm.
being built, like on a community base where everyone is helping each other, trying to educate the newbies, and you can talk directly with the founders, uh, which is far different from a corporate style, which have been
Mm.
exposed for quite some time. So yeah, and fast forward a bit, what happened is very I cannot really imagine that decision because uh the problem is I'm taking too much time in doing research and I
I
was not
see.
able to perform my job well.
Uh-huh.
So it's taking
Okay.
my time. I got addicted to doing the research and the tech. Then eventually, fast forward a bit, it was really a crazy decision and a
Mhm.
bold decision I did. I decided really to jump on board on the industry
Okay.
outright being unemployed,
Wow.
leaving my work day job. Then one of the main factor also is because my day job is most of my clients are in the US and overseas.
I
So
see.
my time is graveyard and I don't want to
Mhm.
further more work in graveyard because of course health issues like that. So that's one factor of motivation and of course it the fullness is because of the industry. I really fall in love with with
Oh, okay.
blockchain and Web3.
Wow. But that's really a cool example of like a real use case for the Bitcoins back in the days. And that's actually so yeah, what so we've got like four co-founders of ourselves for Xenea, and one of them just like that his first approach to Bitcoin was exactly like that. Like it's I mean the salary thing or the um like a daily kind of a transaction back in the day. So that's really interesting. And can you tell me a little bit about like what makes Davao like kind of a tech and crypto scene unique compared to the rest of the country? Like because so I told you like I used to live in the Philippines like when I was 16 or 17. It was just about a year or so, but it was Manila, Quezon City, and that's the capital, right? I mean Manila. But
Yep.
what's unique about Davao compared to the rest of the country? Like
Mhm.
when it comes to like tech and crypto or Web3 scene.
Okay, so before I proceed to that, I'll give you an overview of how basically Philippines are structured. So
Mm-hmm.
the Philippine itself as a country is like somehow an archipelago type of country. So it's been
Yeah.
divided into three archipelagos, which is Luzon, Visayas,
Mm-hmm.
and Mindanao. So we are on the very southern part of
Yes.
part of the country, and the capital city is basically Manila. So
Mm-hmm.
we in Davao as Mindanao, one of the center city also in Mindanao. So where I mean during that time, like for example, during that time when I already onboarded in Web3,
Mm-hmm.
one of the really the motivation factor that I've seen on the space because I was really amazed because I basically grow a lot from the community, from the
Mm-hmm.
global community, and that's where also I was for the first time I was drafted as like a moderator to assist.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first job on Web3 during that time.
I see.
So I work as a moderator. So it's the knowledge is really expanded furthermore because I was able to collaborate with some of the founders and their
Mm-hmm.
technical people. Then I've been observing that uh, Filipino local here, like particularly in Mindanao,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of scam activity with regards to crypto. Most of the
I
time
see.
because there's no learning activity that's been going on. So what what some of the scheme or investment scheme they do is the front will be crypto and they will say
Mm-hmm.
that you get, of course, and in the next 2 months you get 100% profit,
Mm-hmm.
become a millionaire in the sense. Then you just, of course, give us your money and we'll handle it, everything for trading and everything. So the concept was really uh, custodial, which is basically
Mm-hmm.
very opposite to what our industry are doing. We're really promoting custody, uh, democratizing custody in the sense because of our wallet. And here comes most of the scam here are really asking for the money. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so there was somehow like a scenario that, of course, those scams blown out and a lot of people like get affected
Mm-hmm.
financially. So that's one part of the thing that I got motivated. How about
I see.
I create my own community and
Mm-hmm.
really profile the right education for these
Mm-hmm.
people so that they will not be scammed. They will be learning,
Wow.
for example, by themselves. They'll be able to learn. So the trajectory and the main goal of Davao DeFi,
Mm-hmm.
we are really aligning on the education of more on the organic setup. Like we
Mm-hmm.
really focus on the tech. I mean, we try to do the ethos of we are here for the tech. We love the tech because if you understand the tech, you can understand the
Mm-hmm.
industry itself
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
greater overview rather than exposing new users directly to trading, which somehow
Mm-hmm.
most of them uh, got lost,
Mm-hmm.
then eventually got discouraged and
Yeah.
say something that our industry is come. So we're on the mature side and the organic. It's slow, but
Mm-hmm.
it's slow and painful process. But you basically really generate an organic participants that can stand by its own when they are being taught when it comes to technology and innovation on the blockchain itself.
Uh,
Hmm.
that's amazing. Yeah, but that's really amazing. I cannot. I don't know what to say, but that's a real example of like what Web3 like it can do, or like what the true concept of blockchain, or like a true concept of decentralization, or true concept of the whole Web3 is. I think like educating your peers and kind of build a collective strength to tackle the scammers and everything, to make use of the technology on your own, and that's really amazing. I really love about your story, like how how it's so rooted in community, not like individual um, making money, but you yeah, what you're doing in Davao, in Mindanao, that's really amazing. It even like makes me forget what I have to ask next. That's that's how I really love that. Yeah, because I think everyone listening to this space now is they are really old. I think for what you're
Yeah, thank
doing.
you so much.
Yeah, that's because it really makes me like it literally reminds me of the days I was in the Philippines, because the reason I was in the Philippines for a year or so was like teaching street children um, arithmetics. That was my purpose there. I was uh, I was in Manila, Quezon City, and my job was basically kind of an English school stuff for Koreans and Japanese people. They come to Philippines to learn English, and I was the school staff for those people. but on the side, I like every kind of weekend also whenever I had time, I went to like a local community to teach those like a street kids like arithmetics and everything else. I accept English. But that was my purpose there, and that's when I learned like how important to educate others or to give opportunities to those in need. And what you're doing now in the country, in the area, is literally what I wanted to do. So thank you so much for for everything you've done in the country and in the region. Um, yeah, so
Yeah,
let's move
definitely.
on. So let's move on to the next question.
Actually, I,
So
I want to add something.
yeah, oh yeah,
Actually,
yeah, please go ahead.
I could really say that part of my motivation on growing my community. I mean,
Mm-hmm,
I could not done this all without my core team, my volunteers, my community.
mm-hmm,
I've been teaching them the core ethos of the community, and we got aligned on doing all this work. So most of our members are really volunteering just
mm-hmm,
for the concept also that they want to learn. So uh, everyone, I give them chance to, of course, to
mm-hmm,
elevate their up skills. Some of our volunteers was just a listener before. Now they've been part of the events. They've been talking in the events also, sharing also about the tech, sharing about
mm-hmm,
some dynamics of the community that were what we have been doing. So there's really a good progress also, because I can attest that one way of accelerating your learning also is if you're
mm-hmm.
teaching. If you're teaching, you accelerate your learning
Yeah,
more.
true,
Yeah, more.
true.
So everyone is on my community is very active and very helpful. So the motivation my motivation to go farther, even it's very hard because we started from scratch, is really
Mm-hmm.
my community members and my core team and
I
volunteers.
see. So what um what were the first steps you did to build that community? Like I know you now have like those volunteers and core team, like everyone involved. But what was the first step, like exact first step to start a community?
Yeah, actually, I mean, during that time that I decided to build my community, I mean, I'm very passionate in the sense, but when I tried
Mm,
to start in my local, reality strikes. Oh, this is very hard.
yeah,
How do I get started? So actually,
right.
the funny thing is, my wife is a public teacher. Uh,
Mm-hmm,
so so what I come up is, what if I try to do lectures from your co-teachers? I'll try to explain
mm-hmm.
about blockchain. So
I see.
we had the session. So I talk like an hour. I'm very passionate on talking about the basic of blockchains, the history like that.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about like an hour. Then after talking, I ask them, "Hey guys, did you understand something?" And they
Yeah.
say, we still did not get the idea. Oh my goodness, this is very hard. How am I going to deliver? Because
Yeah.
I'm very technical, so there's also
Mm-hmm.
a learning curve in the process on really how
Yeah.
how to what we call strategize on how to
Mm-hmm.
teach the basic. I mean the newbies, that they will easily understand some of the tech, delivering on how they able to understand blockchains, like somehow like reform it into like an LE5 setup,
Mm-hmm.
explain to me like an elementary 5 like that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we're able to somehow master that in the sense that even newbies can easily understand uh,
Mm-hmm.
the concept of the tech.
I see. I see. Cool. Yeah, yeah. That must be a challenge. Um, but what's the that's I think that's one of the biggest kind of challenges for grassroots
Hello,
adoption.
still here,
Uh,
for Yuma?
yeah, yeah, yeah. You hear me? No? Hey, you hear me? Okay.
I think you're
All
on
right.
mute, or your connection is lost.
What about now? You hear me? What about now? Do you hear me? Yeah. I just
Sir,
are
still
you,
there?
yeah, yeah. I'm here. No.
I cannot hear.
Oh,
Okay.
give give me a let me give your, so you're not co-host. No, 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 no. Anyone else? Everyone. Okay. Give me a second. Let me give my hosting power to Xenea official account so that like I can just go and come back for the connection. Yes. Yes. Ah. Okay. 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 You're back. I thought I was out, but looks like you were out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay. No problem. No problem. So yes, I think that's like a, you know, teaching. I mean, like making a community members like understand what the blockchain is, or like what this like, or building a community. Uh, are there any like primary challenges?
Yeah, definitely. There are a lot of challenges. Like for example, during our early days, when I finally found my core team who are very aligned, so we decided, how do we go further with this? So one of the main problem, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we're very enthusiastic during that time. So what we did is, okay, let's grab some funds or cash from our own pocket just to create an event like a meetup.
I see.
But of
I see.
course, reality strikes. It's very
Mm-hmm.
unsustainable. So
Mm-hmm.
we cannot basically really sustain that. So what I did is, since I'm the one very exposed on the industry on the early
Mm-hmm.
onset, so I elevated myself as a BD, as a business development for the community. So I told my team that, okay, I'll try to reach out to some of our projects, then some of the projects on the industry. Then we're going to pitch out that we're doing this for the initiative of the grassroots, and let's hope if they will support. So
Mm-hmm.
we found some, of course, we
Yeah.
found some also support from from other uh, projects that
Mm-hmm.
they want to endeavor. But the concept that we're really trying to tell is, the main goal of the community is really to teach general knowledge, in the sense,
Yeah.
because everyone
Yeah.
needs to know the general knowledge,
True.
and some of the projects can be elevated as the application layer. I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
culmination of those general knowledge, these are being built.
Yeah.
These are the some of the legit products that exist on the industry, that all we have learned culminates in this application. So that's basically our approach. So we had some pews. So what we did is we really ran an IRL during the early days. Actually, we have very few attendees.
Mm-hmm.
So I really truly believe that consistency
Mm-hmm.
is a big factor, because
Oh yeah.
we got we did not get discouraged during our early days when we do meet up.
Mm-hmm.
Were very few participants, but of course we persist in every month. Then
Wow.
eventually some of the tech communities got curious. Hey, Davao DeFi, what you're doing, like that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's collaborate. So some of the big tech communities, like for example, the developers, Google organizations like that,
Wow.
Python and other
Yeah. Yeah.
technical groups, they are very
Mm-hmm.
hesitant to partners with us, because
Mm-hmm.
the framing on their end is that crypto and Web3 is basically a casino. It's
Mhm.
just about money and value,
Mhm.
and with due diligence, we really explain to them um, what is really Web3 on the tech side, and they see that during our events we never mention about trading and pricing. We really focus on the tech, and eventually they got convinced, and we're able to partners with some of the large tech communities here in our area, and something came up. Some of the innovation events from the
Mhm.
government, they invite us as resource person to talk about blockchain. So it was first
Mhm.
time and very scary on my part to talk
Mhm.
in front of the government. Then until such time it becomes norm that we become the really the resource person,
Yeah,
teaching
yeah, yeah.
about blockchains and Web3, private sectors, government, academe, and eventually we mostly cover all from
Wow.
present.
That's impressive. Like, it started very very small, but you kept consistency there, and yeah, and ended up like getting all the support or the collaboration opportunities. Um, wow. So that's really super important insight for anyone who wants to start a community or who wants to um, participate in the community. I think like bring consistency to the community or to whatever you kind of launch there. But and wow, so that's really impressive. And one of those uh kind of a collaborative events was our like a Xenea learning event. I think I know you helped organize our
Yeah,
learning
definitely.
session recently, and I want to ask like how who showed up and how did that go?
Okay, so we're very excited also because during the time that we somehow increase our visibility and awareness on our local, so
Mm-hmm.
we come up with another approach. I mean, for the past 2 years, we've been very busy on educating user awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Now we come up with another line of trajectory or goal for the community because there's also a very evident demand for builders. Now
Mm-hmm.
we want to onboard and educate also Web2 professionals and even academe so that they can
Yeah.
learn how to, like, for example, smart contract development like that, and upscaling for them. And of course, the opportunity of the industry is really huge for these builders creating dApps and other projects. So we we are now approaching on those two cores of goal, user education, at the same time the
Mm-hmm.
developers community building. And during that time, of course, Xenia is as being introduced also by with Bitsquela, which is our partner from
Mm-hmm.
Luzon. They're from
Mm-hmm.
Luzon, so some of the events of Bitsquela, when they want to
Yeah.
run in Mindanao, they funnel to us, and
Mm-hmm.
because we're partners, we're very collaborative also. So they pass on with Xenia, and during that time, we're very I'm very active on connecting to some of the state university, government
I see.
state university schools and private schools and academies to really convince their president, their dean, their admins that we will be willing to contribute
Mm-hmm.
on the aspect of maybe an informal education with regards
Mm-hmm.
to emerging technology, just to really um, drag drag up some of the students
Yes.
using their academic learning to
Mm-hmm.
match somehow the industry level, because I think that's one of the major problem here on the academe also. Their what we call academic lectures and lessons are
Mm-hmm.
far behind from the industry. So when
I see.
someone gets graduated, so he needs to learn more skills before they can get hired or opportunity to work. So we want to contribute on that aspect also while still they're learning. Maybe they are on the third and fourth year students for computer science, computer
Mm-hmm.
engineering, or any IT related courses. So we got we got a positive receive from admins, and one of that is the Davao del Sur State College.
Yes.
So yeah, they we approached them, ma'am, sir, if we could, would you like to create a meetup event? We would
Mm-hmm.
be somehow educating about blockchain in general knowledge, then everything
Mm-hmm.
for all the students. So after conversing with that, they already agreed. And actually, the good thing with that, the output of Xenea event that we did on the SSC is,
I see.
their president is willing to create a memorandum of agreement
Mm-hmm.
signing with
Mm-hmm.
our community
Mm-hmm.
that we don't need to send letters when there will be events for about blockchain. So they would
Yeah.
support us in their school internally or even externally.
Mm-hmm.
Then uh, the best good news that we got is they're planning on the next semester school to add blockchain subject and put blockchain as part of their capstone project for the students,
I see.
because every third to fourth year they need to create a project. So
Mm-hmm.
blockchain is another avenue to build.
I see.
Mhm.
That's interesting. And yeah, if there is a chance, like I wanna really step in for like for academics, because um so my first this is very interesting. So I went to U.S. a college in the U.S., New York State, and I to be honest, I didn't even graduate from the university. I had a financial issue, so I had to come back to Japan without completing my degree. But after coming back to Japan, what my not my first job, but my second job, I think, was like a university lecturer. That's funny, right? Because I didn't even graduate. I didn't graduate high. I didn't even graduate high school. I just got the kind of a high school graduation certificate from the Japanese government, and then um, got into a U.S. college. But because of the financial issue, I couldn't graduate from the university. And then coming back to Japan, becoming the university lecturer. So those students in front of me were like about to graduate university, but I taught them about like sort of random, not the random stuff, but some certain stuff um, from my own perspective or experiences without any university lecture, I mean degree. But I'm also always very passionate about academic opportunities or like education. Like I said, you know, my experience in the Philippines, Manila was the biggest one. But I'm always passionate about like education, and if there is a chance, I really want to step in and then like probably at those okay class universities or in some class I can do some like kind of a session about probably like a product development from the perspective of business development and marketing, um, especially in Web3 or stuff like that. If there is a if because you're already there, so you can teach them about tech things, right? But at the same time, it might be good if they can have some opportunities to learn about the the business development perspective, so
Mhm.
that
Agree.
like a right they they learn not only about the text but also about how to like monetize the skills or like how
Mhm.
to build a product, how to marketing or stuff like that, right?
Agree. Agree.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So like let's talk about that whenever we have a chance. And so yeah, and I wanted to ask like how are people in your town, in your city, using like Web3 tools, or are there any kind of a real use cases now?
okay, so uh, during that, I mean that time, of course, that we're very active on really promoting what we call the builder side of the industry. Actually, to be honest, like for example, on a Mindanao scale,
Mm-hmm.
we really don't have a resource person that can teach about smart contract development or any even basic about development when it comes to Web3. So what we did is, of course, we tried to channel it with Bitsquela and ask them if
Mm-hmm.
they have resource person that they can send in here in Mindanao. So
Mm-hmm.
there was some sessions that have been done on that, but the problem is also still very unsustainable because uh, it takes a lot of logistics to come here,
Mm-hmm.
just to travel. Then
True.
of course they're also busy in Manila, so there's
Mm-hmm.
really unlimited. So that's why we come up into the concept that we really need to double down and expand the initiatives on how to build developers because
Mm-hmm.
so that Mindanao can sustain by itself and it can
Mm-hmm.
grow a lot if they we have to elevate a resource person. So we try to ask help to some of like professionals merely like in Visayas also, which is much closer, and we got a positive response also. So we did made a lot of workshop to really educate, and even myself, I I exposed myself to even to the
Mm-hmm.
level just to to learn about Debril, just
Mm-hmm.
to be able to do lectures also for basic smart contract development so that we can really elevate some of our attendees to become resource person also that they can teach on other areas because
Mm-hmm.
we're not really focusing on Davao only. We want to expand on a Mindanao wide scale
Mm-hmm.
so that communities can really gather. And some good things that happen is during these activities, there are also talented peoples that are working in the Web3 that already exists,
Mm-hmm.
and they just been observing on the background and trying to see which communities are very active, and
Mm-hmm.
they approached me and they told me that they want to help also, and
Yeah.
they're very active and professional developers in the industry. And even we did know that one of one of the top security auditor
Mm-hmm.
in Sherlock is local here in Davao, and he's been
I see.
doing audits as an auditor, as top of the auditors list on Sherlock. So I conversed with him, and he told me that yeah, I want to help and contribute also to teach my skills to other to your
Mm.
community. So it's really a good avenue that we are
Okay.
exposed. So
That's
some
pretty cool.
talented goes out.
Cool. So yeah. So that said, are, are there any specific uh ideas or suggestions that you have for us for Xenea to do? Like any specific problems we can solve, like with Web3 ideas or Web3 technologies? Just or just in general, like do you have anything, any suggestion for Xenia to take action towards?
Yeah, I think for me, really like for
Mm-hmm.
example, the main focus for us now, alongside that, there's still in parallel user educations are being run. We really
Mm-hmm.
want to amplify the developer side also because as I try to map in Mindanao, there are really a lot of computer science
Mm-hmm.
schools that are being offered. And once I interacted with some of the students directly, they're very I mean optimistic, sir. Give us an opportunity, sir. Do some events here also in our place. We want to learn
Mm-hmm.
also because we cannot go to Davao. It's very far. So if ever you have an opportunity to collaborate, then we will be willing to learn also. So there are some demands already on some areas like provinces and adjacent cities from Davao and Mindanao that they're asking if we can cover them also with regards to this. And so that's part of our initiative, and we're trying to find partners to make that happen also because community as we are not still very capable to do it by our own. So we
Mm-hmm.
always do our tasks and endeavors with partners, and we maximize it to the level that we can cover as much as possible a
I
lot
see.
of attendees that we'll be doing. And we're very proud also during the time that we've been doing developers track, there was
Mm-hmm.
a local project that are being built uh,
Mm-hmm.
here from our
Oh, yeah.
community
Cool.
intended.
Cool.
It was very. I mean, the inspiration of creating the product is our community because they want to, because most of the events that we have,
Mm-hmm.
majority is we only give certificates to the speakers, and we cannot basically verify those attendees. So
Mm-hmm.
we, together with the I mean the founder of that project, they developed what we call Certifica. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
smart certification platform that you can issue buds, POAPs, and formal certificate. So all our events now are being run with certificates and POAPs so that all our attendees can lock in their participants as micro credentials for their portfolio, also that they finish this particular workshop, they finish this particular meetup. So
Mm-hmm.
actually we use that on Xenea event. So we provided POAPs, and the good thing with that is actually I've talked to the founder. He plans to launch it on Xenea network also. So he will support the Xenea network. So once we mint certificates and badge, it will be on Xenea network.
I see. I
Mhm,
see.
mhm,
Cool. Cool. Yeah, we should discuss it further.
mhm.
Yeah, with more details. Definitely. That's really good. Okay. What else? So, but I would just definitely visit Davao sooner or later. I wanna simply
Wow,
come like I really want to come back to the Philippines in the first place.
nice,
So
sir.
I've traveled the world like for the past 2 years or so. I've been traveling. I've been keeping traveling, and sometime like even like within a month, I was up in the air for like 60 hours.
Wow.
Um, like was a crazy. Was a crazy month. Like flying from Cairo, Egypt to Abu Dhabi, UAE, and from Abu Dhabi to New York, the US, and spend one night, and from like New York to Senegal, stuff like that. So I've been traveling so much, but missing the Philippines to be honest. So
Yeah, hopefully you can come, sir. Definitely happy for that.
yes, I should come back to the Philippines, and I will visit Davao for the first time because
Mhm,
I was only in Manila, and most of the time I was in Quezon City alone. So yeah, next time I would definitely come to Davao, Cebu, and hopefully Palawan.
mhm.
I hear that's like the most beautiful beach in the world from many people. So yeah, definitely. I will come to the Philippines for more discussions and for more local voices. And I really want the listeners here to give us some like to share some local stories of yours. And if you have any questions about the building a local community, sustaining it, please drop the comments below. That'll be really appreciated. And it's towards the end of the space. We've been doing this for over the past 45 minutes already, and and I think that'll be a really good timing to wrap it up. But what is it? Can't we? I'm reading the comments now. Yeah, right. The vision and the plan is mind blowing. Hope that will extend it to my country. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So someone like this, like he's from Nigeria, and listening uh to Rube's your story, it already really gives someone outside Davao or even outside the country and across all the sea to Nigeria, and he's really motivated from your stories. So that's really good sign of like a building a community of communities here. And so as we wrap up, um, like Bruce, what's next for you? Can you tell us a bit about like what's coming next, like
Mhm.
for you, probably for your personal mission, or for your local community?
Mhm. Yeah, for Davao DeFi, of course, we already been running for 3 years plus. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
we just counted, I think, past days. We already ran total like 56 events for for the past 3 years. We did not notice that, so we are amazed with the numbers. Just different events that we created. So we will continue definitely with those. We've been very focused on Davao and some adjacent cities, but my goal for this year 2025 and extended to 2026 is really
Mm-hmm.
to expand to the Mindanao, so we can cover also some of the cities and provinces that are somehow not reached by this type of education and endeavor. And
Mm-hmm.
we will be collaborating with the governments and private sectors to help that to help us to connect with them. So we will double up with also with our partners to execute
Mm-hmm.
this program, so that the goal is not just do education on the particular cities or province, but
Mm-hmm.
inspire them to create their own communities also. So
Mm-hmm.
that we could have different communities from different cities and provinces, and DDC as a big helper and backer of them,
Yeah.
to of course to motivate and run them, and of course funnel some avenue of opportunities. Then as one we can collaborate and be able to market Mindanao as a very viable archipelago also in the Philippines, because majority, as we know, the Manila is most of the center of the events. We want to compete also as Mindanao, that you can go directly with Mindanao. We have the same very vibrant community here. So I want to develop that we could create also a large events like maybe blockchain week in Mindanao or blockchain summit like that. So that's the goal, that the participation will be uh, the demographic
I
participation
see.
will be collective from different cities and provinces on the entire Mindanao. So, and part of that also is closer relationship with academe and government, and continue to build the
Mm-hmm.
developer community, that we can build products also that can compete globally eventually. I'm very sure that there are talents that are not being
Mm-hmm.
explored yet in the Mindanao, that are just need some educations and assistance to be able to really uh, be able to participate and become of course maybe a blockchain leader in the long run.
Perfect. Perfect.
Mhm.
So I've lost some internet connection a little bit, I think, but yeah, that was really cool, good insights and the information, I think. And so yeah, so Rose, let me know if there is anything I can do or we can do as Xenia or personally, that'll be fine.
Mhm.
Like I really want to help you develop or build the communities or help inspire others to build their communities locally.
Mhm.
That's really an impressive thing, and the whole point of hosting this specific space today is to inspire others to build a community, or like we gather community of that communities. Like there are so many local communities around the world, and including yours, and there might be really good collective insight if we can just gather. Um, so just by gathering to one place online might be so just like today you gave you gave the listeners here lots of information, lots of insights, or lots of advices so that they can make use of those info to build and maintain their communities or host the event or stuff like that. So I want a community of the local communities from each other and help each other. And it might be really I will be really grateful if I can help that momentum. So yeah, thank you so much, Rubes, for sharing your
Mhm,
journey and perspective tonight. And
mhm,
yeah, your work is literally the proof that local leadership is what like drives real Web3 adoption. You are the living proof of Web3.
mhm.
That's like
Thank you so much.
yeah, I
Yeah, it's
truly mean it. I truly mean it. And to everyone listening, whether you're in Mindanao, Manila, Tokyo, or anyone else, let's keep building Web3 from ground up, like one local story at a time, and let's build a community of communities. And if you want to get involved, um, or start something in your area, you're always welcome to reach out. And probably, especially in your Philippines, you can reach out to Rubes for
Yep,
for some help. Yeah,
we'll be
and
open.
right. So follow both me and Rubes for more updates, and stay tuned for future spaces highlighting more local voices. And if you're already a part of local communities, please let me know, or reach out to me, DM me, and we can do uh, the local voice series together. So thanks again, and let's keep connecting, building, and supporting each other, because together our communities are unstoppable. So thank you all, and
Thank
thank you,
you,
Rose. Yeah,
everyone.
thank you, everyone.
See you
Bye.
soon. Bye bye.